This is why we call it a dual purpose car. We can switch everything around back to the track, and that's what this car will come with, is what you see here. What you are looking at here are all of the components that it will take to make this car go back on the racetrack and race on asphalt. She pulled 1.6 G in the corners and she brakes at 1.6 G. In a half a day, you can change the rear torsion bars, the rear shocks, you can change the front struts, the drop spindle Bilsteins, and the gun-drilled racing torsion bars. Install the front and rear air dam back on the car. Install the lightweight doors. You can also run it with the stock doors that are in it. But by converting these components back on this car, you are back on the asphalt. And now I will proceed to give you a little bit of video exactly as to what's underneath and what's inside this car. This is engine number 6291350. It is a 930/4. These are some pictures that we took while we were doing the engine build. We set the cams at 1.8 millimeters of lift, which is the setting that you use on a European model. Notice we used early model tensioners with safeties. The engine was done from the crankshaft up. Rod bearings, main bearings, intermediate shaft, new chains, valve guides, valves, valve springs, injection system complete all the way through. Warm-up regulator, fuel distributor, everything's been gone through. All the fuel lines from front to rear on this car were all brand new also. Alright, we pulled the motor out after about 250, 300 miles on it, and we did a cylinder leakage test after we set the cam timing. I think the lowest we had was around 2%. The highest we had was a 1.8. So cylinder leakage after this with the final valve adjustment. I'm very happy with these numbers. And the motor is now broken in and ready to go just about anywhere you want to take it. This is the 915 transmission that goes with this package. This 915 gearbox has a limited slip, close ratio gears. The gears in this car, I believe 32 miles an hour, first gear. Second gear is close to 50, third gear around 60. Fourth gear, I think 105, and then fifth gear, I don't remember taking it up to top end. The bottom end of this car is so torquey that in third gear you can roll around a corner at 15 to 20 miles an hour and roll on the power, and she'll pull that corner. Synchros, bearings, selector fork will all replaced. It only has an 18-hour Enduro on it since we rebuilt it in February of this last 2018. The sprayers that you see are spraying all of the gears individually as well as the limited slip. All the oil, when you flip the switch, turns on the oil pump, which is fed its air through the passenger side quarter window and then through an oil cooler that's located in the firewall that exits inside the engine compartment. There's a gauge on it there to see your oil pressure. Very nice setup on the transmission. These are some random shots that I forgot to put into the past videos. There's the motor in the car, 3-liter, beautiful running car, no issues at all. Somebody will be very happy to get this car. Should have no issues anywhere. We put 1,000 miles on it or thereabouts. There's the seats we used, vintage Recaro seats. They're two different seats. One's got a little bit more adjustment on the seat. The steel wheels that we used, the 7s and 5.5s that we had chromed and powder coated centers. There's the weight of the car at 2655. and there's what components come with the car to go back to the track.